Hello, this is Dragonclaw 103 with one of my recent builds. Here we have a factory. This is for a Pixelmon server, and basically as you collect your supplies and everything, they all get sorted down into these two different sorting stations. Beforehand you have raw materials. Let's get some daylight going here and get a look at this overall build here. So we've got a presses station, we got a sorting station. As the presses make the lids and the bases, it'll come over here, allow them to be able to come into this sorting station to allow sorting of the lids and bases. This is the sorting station for the disc and the coal. Everything else gets sent over to other storage facilities. In this station you have what would be for the individual towns. Let's get him going around here. So we've got one cart that is in reserve, basically going in circles. Each one of these little stations would be located at individual towns. So this would be town A, B, C, and D. Now, as the owners of the towns put their items into these chests, that they'll go down into the hopper and then transfer over to these carts. As the carts load up, as long as there's something in the hopper, the cart will stay in its place until the hopper is empty, and then the cart will move on. Right now this track is situated where it would turn right. As long as the cart is sitting here, it'll be that way. As soon as the cart moves, the signal will change to that, allowing this extra cart to come in and then fill in this spot as the other cart moves over to this station. This is the first sorting station. Basically every item in the game would come to this sorting station, and the whole purpose of this one is to separate the disc and the coal for the presses to make the Pokeballs. So all of this redstone device, dropping stations. I've got 3 dropping stations here for if 3 of the owners drop off items at the same time. It allows for drop off at any of these points. If there's any traffic jam in here, they'll circle around in here in this area, come back through, circle back through, go back to town. If it has items, it'll make it come back and reload once again. Once those items are separated, the disc and coal items will come to this cart, which will take it around the town and go to the presses. Every other item will go into this chest and then will go to the sorting stations over here. This one takes in most of your larger items like stone, cobblestone, wood items, large amount items. So each one of these sorters, as it gets full, this one got some stone in here. As that chest gets full, this will light up. There's a chest behind there. So as each of those large chests gets full, these will light up and go up, and you can be able to have a little indication of how much it is. Any items that is not associated with the 9 items in here will continue on for further sorting and will be carried around and deposited to the rear of this giant sorter, which sorts out about 50 items and can carry about 60 to 70 items for its current situation. Now the presses, as the balls are being the discs are being pressed into the lids and the bases, they'll be dropped off into the chest that's located here in the ground. And then underground I have another transporting system that once those chests have something in them, they will take off and go around the chest and come up to this system, which will then sort these out, drop off into these droppers. So we have Ultra Great, Moon Ball, Ultra Ball, This one is pretty much the only manual thing that we left in the system. You push the button, they'll be shot out over these carts with hoppers and then dropped off into another system, drops up over here, carries it up and over, and sorts out the lids and coal and everything out into these discs. Now you can manually drop off the lids, bases, and coal in here, and it'll get sorted out. All of these have been assigned. I just don't have the frames showing everything, but all of the there's a upper level that has the same number of discs, but anything else that is taken in here would go into this trash bin, which you can then again reinsert back into these chests and run through the system again. So let's go from this point and actually put this thing into motion. Now I am going to kind of divide off some of the items in here quickly to get it started, and then I'm going to put some in another chest so you can see. Now this is loading up. Okay, so we get the chest here. Alright, so it's loading up. As soon as that hopper is empty, it will, let me take out half of those. Alright, as soon as that is empty, that cart will be on its merry way. Let's go ahead and get another cart going here. Throw some coal in that one. Alright, as soon as that one's empty, that's going to go this way. Same thing, that one's going to go on this way. So that cart will follow it. It's being released, it turned, it's full, so it's going to go down this direction. That one's full, so it's going to go into the next bin as soon as those are empty. Now all the items that are in these chests, now here comes the third one. Okay, so it's being dropped off at the same time. Okay, so here it goes. It's being returned. It's going back to town. Goes that back into the full. Alright, so here comes this one. Yep, it's going to circle around until, okay, so now it's going through. It's going to find an empty slot. There's an empty slot there. That one's going to go back, find the next empty slot. Well, all the slots are full at this point, so now we have the extra one that's now circling around. Now, looks like we already had a chest take off with the disc. So let's see if we got anything in here. So we'll put another cart. Now, is this one getting anything in it yet? Alright, so the sorting is going on. We don't have any miscellaneous items just yet. I've actually just put Pokeball parts in there. So let's get him up the hill. Alright, he's picking up those items. It's activated. Alright, it's loading up. As soon as it's finished loading all the items that is in this chest, it will take off to the presses. Let's see if we could speed up this process here. I'll take some of those out. Take some of those out. Alright, so let's follow him. So he's full, so he's going to go straight. Come across. He's going to drop off at the presses. There goes the other chest. See if he's empty. He's empty, so he's going to go pick up some more items. So this one is now dropping off. The signal's coming across, going to tell it to go to the next station. I can actually speed this up by sending another signal through. Once this comes halfway through the process, I can have two signals going through. So we'll do that. Once I see it goes all the way to the other side, we'll flip that on and off, and that sends a second signal. So that's going to allow him to be dropping off. And he's going to go to the next station, and he's going to keep dropping off. Probably at this point he's probably empty. Oh, there he goes to the next one. Yeah, he's empty at this point. Get back in daylight here. Alright, so here he goes back off to the station. So he's empty. He's going to come back over this direction and come over here, which this cart is already here waiting on some more supplies, so all he's going to do is bounce off of that and go back through the system. Even though he's empty, it's just going to keep everything going. Alright, so let's say that we had some other items that was dropped in, so like stone, wood, so those are being carried off. Let's kind of speed up that process here. There are a few less items. So this one's going to go, open up, carry around, go to the sorting station, and it'll drop off over here. There he comes. So he's locked into place. He's dropping off. I'm going to go through the sorting station here. We did a stone, which is this first one. So this number here will start going up here in a little bit. And then we had some wood items, which was going to be one of these. Let's see if we got more than 4 stone in here yet. Alright, we got 5, so it's starting to come through the process. Alright, any other items that would not go through this would come over to this station and get sorted out over here. So once it has items, it gets selected and goes and gets sorted out through the last sorting station. And anything that doesn't get sorted out through these 3 stations, the lids and bases, the high quantity items, and then the other miscellaneous items that you may need, then the last station basically will just drop it off into some lava and just get rid of it. So that is the station in a nutshell. And let's show you this part here. We didn't do this. So we'll go down the steps and we'll hit this button. It'll spit out all of the lids and the bases that have been made, the hot mine carts with hoppers. Pick those up, drop those off in the hoppers. They come across this side, get this cart over here busy. Let's put a cart over here. So there's nothing in that cart right now, so it's going to come back, it's going to come over here, it's going to stop, it's going to load up. Once it's loaded up, it's going to release, go to the other side, drop off to there, and start going through the sorting process on this end. And we should have some regular and great balls to drop in, if that was correct. Okay, there's an ultra ball that has dropped in. Let's drop some, and we can manually drop off. Let's see, here's a little disc. Okay, all I got in hand is a disc. Let me just grab. I don't cheat here. Let me just grab about 6 lids, and then they'll go through the sorting process. Now this will carry up to the top, and it'll circle and sort through the top, and then drop down and come back through over here to the last bin. So it usually takes a second to get all the way around. Let's see what we got. So that has been done. These are staying solid for some reason. Let's see here. Make sure that we're delivering correctly. Nothing's in that dropper. Nothing's in the hopper. Nothing's in that dropper. So everything's been delivered. So let's go back to that chest. See if it's made it just yet. Okay, there we are. 6 of those have been delivered. There's the great one. And 3 Ultra Balls now. So it's sorted those out. The stone, that was being sorted. Let's see how many we got in there now. Alright, we got 5. So that should be in that chest there, 5, and nothing through any of these, so that has cleared out everything at that point. Okay, that's the 1 stone. This is what allows you to be able to separate. We got 5 glass, 2 stone, 1 stone into this one. Now there's an easy way to be able to program sorters, and I will do another video on how to do that. You see a lot of videos where it shows them going through and they'll put in their 20 items here, then they'll put 3 over here, so 1 will drop down to the thing below it, and they'll go through and they'll do that at every single station. But there's actually a simpler way of doing that. You can actually pre-program that from your drop-off point. Anyways, that is the factory in a whole. Any part of this that you'd like to see how to build, just send me a message and I will do a video on that, on how to build it. That's Dragon Claw 103. Talk to you later.